Well, good day and welcome to you. It is May the 16th. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you happen to be. My name is Gary Willing, and I want to welcome you to Search for Signs and just quickly point out, if you want to know more about this information, definitely check out some of the websites that I provided links for. They give you really good background information about what we talk about. Now, I want to read an article coming from Benjamin Creme's master entitled Earth Transformed. So, if you are someone who is in desperate need of a daily dose of hopium, this is it. Because I know when you watch the news, when you go online and you go on YouTube and you watch these videos, it's not, there's not a lot of hope out there. And it really can get you down if you really are a sensitive person and you really want to see the changes, but you feel helpless. But I will say this too, okay? If you are the slightest bit interested in seeing the changes in the world, now is the time to do something about it. If you're listening to these videos and you're totally against what I say, who I think Maitreya is, you're a fundamentalist Christian and that's it and it will never change. You can be a fundamentalist Christian and never change, but yet still want to see the end of hunger. That does not violate your Christian beliefs in the slightest. Because they are Christian beliefs, the end of hunger, the bringing about of justice, the need for peace, those kind of things. You can do that. Now, the masters will tell any one of us that complacency is the biggest problem to change. It's not this group, it's not that group, it's not the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, this individual, this country, whatever. It is complacency is the problem. If you have heard this information in the past and are wondering why we haven't done anything about it yet, it's because of complacency and only complacency. Now, we cannot change other people and make them become less complacent. We can only change ourselves. That's me, you, and everybody else. It's not, I can't change your complacency. I can only do it for me. But I'm hoping, and it is my hope, that if you take the time to read these articles from this master and how he is in nearly every article urging humanity, calling to humanity to do something. Hopefully it will wake you up enough and wake up your heart enough to the problems of the world and try to solve it in some kind of way. I've also said this before, and I also believe it every time, that you have something to give to the world that nobody else on this planet can do. That's the reason why you're here. It's time for you to start doing something about it if you're not doing something about it now. So, now, this article, Earth Transformed, was written 12 years ago. And he said in the very first sentence, in some 20 years from now. Now, he's not saying in exactly 20 years, some 20 years from now. But time is a-ticking, and it's ticking away. And like I said, if you follow this information for years and you're getting frustrated that you haven't seen any changes, it's because of complacency. The reason why we haven't changed the problems that we're facing today. And we've been facing for years. But what did this master say about the earth being transformed? So hopefully this will at least give you a little bit of hope about the future. In some 20 years from now, any visitor to Earth would be amazed by the transformation that he would find in every aspect of our lives. The best of the past will have been preserved, but a new and vigorous beauty will prevail everywhere. And a new relationship will have been established between people and the environment in which they live. Gone forever will be the slums and hovels in which millions today eke out a living. A new pride in man will generate an equal concern for man's leisure and social activities and lead gradually to a new understanding of man's essential needs. New technology will free countless millions from the drudgery of repetitive work. The demand for knowledge in every field will open wide the doors of colleges, factories, and farms alike. And a new enthusiasm for learning will manifest throughout the world. Thus will men understand better the underlying purpose of our incarnational experiences, and so will grow the needed control of our physical, astral, and mental equipment. Thus will lead men to the door of initiation and thus to perfectionment. Thus will men return anew to the age-old path to perfection, and freed from the glamours and errors of the past, tread once more the way of sacrifice, of renunciation of all that hinders the highest understanding and light. Man has strayed far from this simple path, sidetracked by a gross materialism, which has lured him to the very edge of disaster. But as men will find their eternal divinity has once more asserted itself and drawn man back from the brink. A growing number of people everywhere are beginning to sense this to be true and to awaken to their task of transformation. And in this way, they find their own sense of responsibility enhanced and respond accordingly. Thus are the workers of the future found, and thus too does the world change for the better. Quietly as yet, but steadily, does Maitreya work to potentize this process. His beneficent energies act like yeast to raise the aspiration and strengthen the resolve of all who can respond. These are many, and so is built a great army of workers in the light that will transform the world and ensure the future for all men. Remember to take action and help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos.